He's always played the bad guy, but he always got the girls. This is a great sentence to start with. You'll hear this in the movies, but also in life. And what it means is that you might be talking about a guy who always acted like a bad guy. So he wasn't, I mean, whatever it is that in your culture like you use to define a bad boy, right? So he always played the bad guy, but he always got the girls. So the girls always liked him, which is very common in English speaking countries. I wonder if it's that way all over the world. But yes, this is great to read here. He always played the bad guy, but he always got the girls. He said he hoped for a more likable role in the future. He said he hoped for a more likable role in the future. Where did you buy this beautiful bag? I got it for my birthday. Where did you buy this beautiful bag? Beautiful. I got it for my birthday. Birthday. I got a message from him. This is great to see. It's funny when there's a boy theme, but that's what ladies talk about, right? It's very common. I got a message from him. So maybe you're talking about somebody you're interested in dating, but you might also be talking about a colleague at work. That's also common. You might be working with a bunch of different organizations. Maybe you've tried to contact someone at a different organization for help on a project, and somebody asks you, "Oh, did you hear back from him?" And you say, "Yes, I got a message from him." So this is really common. I'm really happy, to hear there, or to see rather, that it's in the book, because it's so common. A message refers to an email, a text message, a letter, a voicemail. So this is really helpful for Yelena's followers. I think you should all really familiarize yourself with this. I got a message from him or her. I'm having trouble getting this car started. I'm having trouble getting the car started. Oh no. So that's never fun, but it does happen. It's good to know. It's good to be able to know what someone means when they say that to you. So they can't start their car. I'm having trouble getting my car started. I am getting tired. I need a break. I am getting tired. I need a break. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired of hearing my neighbor's dog today. I'm having trouble focusing because the dog won't stop barking. Right? So those are different different ways you can say those. That is amazing. So that could be anything, right? Oh my gosh, the dog stopped barking. That is amazing. Or somebody brought you a surprise. Maybe it's a gift. I don't know. I'm always thinking about cake and ice cream. Maybe someone brought you a cake. That is amazing. Or maybe they just did something really thoughtful for you, really nice, and you say, that is amazing. Or you might say, if you're an English speaker, that's amazing. I can't go on talking to you. I am not well. So I'm going to change this to I'm, because that is how it would most commonly be said. And so that just means you can't keep speaking to someone. Maybe you're not well, you're feeling sick today, you need to go back to bed, and somebody really wants to talk to you, and you say, I'm sorry, I can't go on talking to you. I'm not well. I am satisfied. This is great. You might also say, I'm satisfied. Both are correct, and I'm glad that it's here in the book. This will be very useful for Yelena's followers. I'm satisfied. Someone might ask you, you're at a restaurant, how's your dinner? I'm satisfied. Or if it's really good, you'll say, I really enjoy it. But if you're satisfied and nothing more, I'm satisfied. Are you hardworking? Are you hardworking? Ah, this is a really good one. Are you busy? I'm not busy. Are you busy? I'm not busy. Did you eat enough vegetables? Did you eat enough vegetables? Vegetables. But now, at last, I can beat you. So when we say this, at last, that's the same as saying finally, which would be more common. But now, finally, I can beat you. So maybe you and I have been playing tennis for years. You always beat me. You always won the game. But now, finally, I can beat you. This is great. This is great to see. I'm getting up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is also really good to see in the book because this is a daily sentence we use. You might not get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You might get up at a different time. But people say this so often. I'm getting up at whatever time tomorrow morning. Very, very common. This will be really useful for Yelena's followers. I'm getting up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. You get me down. You get me down. So this might be a bit tough to understand. This is like if you spend time with someone that is, for example, always negative, maybe, you're spending time with them and all they do is complain. They talk about all the negative things in their life. They just can't seem to talk about anything positive. You say, you get me down. Like it makes you feel down. It makes you feel bummed out, sad, because all they do is talk about negative things. It gets you down. So I might say to you, did you hang out with Danny this week? And you say, no, he gets me down. He talks too negatively. Or maybe you're saying it to me. Maybe you and I are spending time together. We're having lunch and all I'm doing is complaining about, my life, my work, my partner. And you say, oh, please stop. You get me down when you talk so negatively. This is wonderful to see here. This is really common. How are you getting there? How are you getting on there? Oh, both are common actually. How are you getting there would just be like if you and I are going, let's say, to the gym later, we're both going, and I say, how are you getting there? Are you walking? Are you driving? If I was to say to you, how are you getting on there? That's like saying, how is it going? How is it going over there? Or how's it going? And then you might use the contraction and say, it's better now. It's better now. I'm getting used to the new environment. That's good to read because sometimes new environments are challenging, right? So this is good. This is good, and you might hear this a lot because people are always changing. They're moving houses, they're changing jobs, they're moving to a different city. They're spending time doing something differently or going somewhere else and adjusting to that new environment. So they're getting used to, they're growing accustomed to the new environment. So maybe you just moved to another country. Maybe you moved to an English-speaking country and someone says to you, how are you getting on there? And you say, I'm getting used to the new environment. Things are a bit different, but I'm getting used to it. Environment. I need to go get my car fixed this afternoon. Oh no. So this is also really common, and unfortunately it's something we hear daily. I mean, quite often people have their cars break down, and this is something we need to do. We've got to get them fixed. So you might say, I need to go get my car fixed this afternoon, because it's a priority, right? It's your top priority. Afternoon. I started to get really bad headaches. I started to get really bad headaches. So, for example, right now I'm getting a bit of a headache, and it's quite bad from that dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's dog. I'm starting to get a really bad headache. So we'll change it to present tense because it's happening right now. Oh, sorry everyone. I'm starting to get a really bad headache. There must be a cat nearby that's taunting them all. I don't have much time. I'd better get down to cooking lunch. So I'd change this to say get on to cooking lunch, or I'd better start cooking lunch. I don't have much time. I'd better start cooking lunch. This is what you're going to hear most frequently, so this is really helpful for Yelena's followers. I'd better start cooking lunch. Are you seriously thinking about getting married again? That's funny. I mean, it's common and it's good. We talk about it daily, right? You know someone, they're going through changes in their life, and these are some of those changes. You've got to ask yourself, are you seriously thinking about getting married again? So are you really considering it? Are you really considering getting married again? And usually when someone says this, it's almost like talking about, it's referring to the fact that maybe your first marriage didn't go so well. So you're thinking like, really? You're seriously getting married again? It's, it's not like you sound crazy, but that's what we mean when we say this. Like, I don't know, maybe you ate really fatty food all week. It was just so unhealthy for your body. It made you feel horrible, and this is the 7th day in a row that you're going to eat something that really isn't healthy, and it's really quite fattening, and it's just making you feel gross. And I say to you, are you seriously thinking about eating that again? It keeps making you feel awful. So that's when we use that. Are you seriously thinking about whatever it is we're talking about? I'm going to change this to the contraction I'm. I'm getting accustomed to working at night. Good, because that's not always easy, right? It's tough to switch to the night shift if you're not used to it. But now you're getting accustomed to it. You're getting used to it. Accustomed is like used to. I'm getting accustomed to working at night. I'm getting accustomed to working at night. Or maybe you're getting accustomed to the flow of these videos. For example, you listen to the video, you spend 15 minutes a day, if not more, committed to practicing your pronunciation. You're getting accustomed to practicing every day. It's a routine for you. You're getting used to it. She can't get accustomed to living on her own. Oh no. She can't get accustomed to living on her own. So she can't get used to it. She can't get used to living on her own.